evening and welcome to the third in a series of discussions exploring beauty as part of this amazing event here at Selfridges. I'd like to first introduce my guests. Charlotte and her team behind the week-long Rock and Kohl event here at Selfridges are honoured to have Camila here tonight and are very proud to be supporting Kids Company throughout the week, a charity providing drop-in centres in London and Bristol for children and young people suffering from abuse, neglect, poverty, homelessness, a lack of love and care. My next guest needs no introduction and is the reason we're all here. Charlotte Tilbury is arguably the world's leading makeup artist, but what we'd like to talk about tonight is a subject very close to mine and Charlotte's hearts, and one that is so rarely acknowledged: beauty's ability to transcend creams and lipsticks and become a life-enhancing force for good.
I'm a great believer in communicating to everyone, as many people as I can, the fact that we've got extraordinary children in this country who are surviving maltreatment and they're not getting the right kind of help. And that's why partnerships like this are really important. So I want you to see the discrepancy between the kind of world we articulate in the media and the realities of these children's lives. Not to have guilt, not to be separated, but to say those people who have the resources, they can help these kids. And the beauty industry has the resources in communication, in the ability to transform situations.
You know, makeup is a huge way to transform yourself and transform your life. And this is something that's so close to my heart because I know how hugely powerful makeup is.
Charlotte, I know you and I very much agree that beauty has the power to help people. And you once said makeup can not only transform your face, but also your state of mind in your life. You've just spoken about that, but is that something that you would agree with, Camila?
I think makeup is an additional tool in the game of self-esteem. You know, on its own, it can't do it, but in combination, it can give you a starting point. I'm a great believer also in not always doing things emotionally, sometimes starting externally and concretely, and a concrete thing can cue emotional states to change. And I think makeup is very good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I understand that beauty products are the most requested Christmas presents from your children. That's perhaps surprising to some.
The things that the kids end up not having is usually food, and then the other thing is that they rarely have nice toiletries. And that's why a really well-packaged, clean beauty product, it's almost like you've given these kids something new and nice to enjoy in an environment that is actually quite rotten often.
And Camila, your creative and flamboyant appearance has been a really key part of your public persona. I mean, it has to be said, everyone knows what you look like.
Sadly.
And you've said in interviews, and I'm sure Charlotte and I would agree, that your biggest fear in life is beige.
Yes.
Do you think that it has furthered the charity in terms of attention, awareness, memorability, that you look the way you do?
I think over a period of time, what's happened is I haven't tried to use the way I dress to generate recognition. I've just carried on as normal, and over a period of time, kind of people have just seen me around and accepted that I exist. But what was very nice is that there was a recognition from some of the women's magazines like Vogue, like Style magazine and so on, that the way I dressed was because it was authentic, had a style, you know. And I think that's so important for kids to see that a variety of people can have different kind of styles, and provided they put it together in an authentic way, that is adding to the kaleidoscope of color in our world, you know. And when you think of Vivienne Westwood, you think of other iconic characters, as long as they've got authenticity about what they do, I think they add to our world.
identifying your beauty trademark, I think, and running with it instead of hiding it. What you were saying, you know, you're a big woman, you love colour. You're not going to hide that size away. You're going to embellish, adorn, and celebrate it.
Yeah.
It's identifying your beauty trademark and saying, this is me, which is in itself a confidence-giving exercise. What personally drives you?
I still love someone sitting in my makeup chair and doing their makeup and then seeing the reaction afterwards in the mirror. It gives me so much joy. There's a whole kind of genius sort of revolutionary thing that's coming to play in September, and being able to give that to kind of all women really is quite an emotional thing for me. Makeup is a hugely powerful tool, and a lot of people don't understand what suits them or what colours to choose or how to do it. So, you know, finally coming up with this brand and being able to give that to the public and really kind of change women's lives, that is so exciting for me. I mean, I think that's probably going to be the pinnacle of why I've done what I've done. You know, it's probably taken me my entire career, and then will take me the rest of my life to kind of spread that message around the world and change women's lives because of it.
Camila, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute joy and an honour.